Good afternoon, Professor Cross and all of my classmates. I'm Huang Win and this is my informative oral speech. During these presentations, I would love to share with you how to learn math effectively. So to start with it, I have a question. How many of you here don't like math or afraid of it? I guess the answer for this questions would be yes, it's me. At the time I spent in university or college of United States, I've learned that a lot of college students don't find themselves interested in math in some ways. The term "I suck at math" or "math is not for me" has been repeated over and over again whenever I ask the questions. However, when I ask them, "Why do you think so?" they have no idea. They don't know where the fear comes from and how to conquer it. I was in math majors since 6th grade, and I've won gold medal in secondaries and high school for mathematics prize. So I'm able to tell you this. Being good at math is not hard. It's not an impossible idea. It is just you wanted to do it or not. And today I would love to share with you how to learn math effectively through these 3 simple steps. Read and learn by heart all the formulas, solve the problems, and ask questions. So let's start. To check on how to study math, let's first read the concept. So learning math is just like learning a new language. And equations, formulas are just like grammars or structure for that new language. Reading the concept giving you the general idea about how that session is about. And after that, when you learn the formula, you couldn't get the idea why that formula is being written that way or why it's happened to be written that way. You still have to read it, you still have to remember it, and you still have to learn it by heart. Because by that way you would have the structure, you would have the idea of how it's going to be written. It would help you a lot whenever you got into the real problem to solve it. This method has been used a lot during the education system. Students has been taught to read the normal X-ray scan millions of times until they get the perfect idea of how it looks like. After that, whenever they had to read an X-ray scan with a problem, they will see it right away. It's because they can see the extra on top of what the basic structure is. If you don't see how the structure or the formula would help you during solving the problem and learning math, then be with me and solving this problem. Let's first learn the formula, the square of the sum a plus b. So the square of the sum a plus b is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Try to pause this video and learn that formula in a couple of minutes until you remember it, and then start the videos again. So now let's start with a formula, with a problem. Let's see. The square of x plus 3. Try to get the answer. And then try another question. Simplify x squared plus 6x plus 9. Yes, the answers for the second questions would be the first questions. It is the square of the x plus 3. So you can see the formula is being applied into solving the problem. And having the formula in hand is helping you, it's so much easier to solve it and to understand it. Mathematics Kate Dublin said, "The real powers of equations is that they provide a very precise way of describing various features of the world." And yes, formula is really important on solving math. So after you having the formula, let's move on to the second step, solving problems. So Margaret Taplin said, "Problem solving is an important component of mathematics education because it is the single vehicle which seems to be able to achieve at school level all 3 of the values of mathematics." And I feel this is really right. Solving problems is a way for you to understand the concept or to learn about it deeper. I could compare solving problem, it's just like going to the gym. Whenever you go to the gym the first day, your whole body is sore because it is not getting used to all of the workouts all of the heavy or all the pressure you put on your nerve or muscle. However, after you keep going every day, you can appreciate all the workout that help you being stronger, that make your muscle is tighter. Learning math by solving problem is just the same. Your brain is not getting used to having a problem, and it would not feel comfortable with it. It doesn't know what it was about. However, keep solving the problem with helping your brain to understand why that problem is there, why that formula is needed. And the brains, it tends to catch all of the formula information that is needed a lot better. We'll move on to the third step, asking questions. Danny Finkel made a speech on TED Talks, 5 Principles of Extraordinary Math Teaching. During his speech, he stated that asking questions is a better way of learning math that allow more critical thinking rather than just repeat and follow like old style. Asking questions fulfill all of the misconceptions you have during learning math. It's giving you the most basic idea of what it's gonna be. And while you're asking questions, you actually learn more than just read it. I would love to tell you not asking your professor or your friends. I would love to ask you to ask yourself while solving the problem, because it would help you to brainstorm even more to help yourself to answer the question you put out. And being able to do it, your brains and your knowledge has to be discussed to understand or to see what is the misunderstanding, and to be able to find all of the informations until they get the result. So the more questions you ask, the more ideas you have. So if you follow me until this point, you already mastered math in somehow with ease. Just in conclusions, just keep in mind all these 3 steps. You can see math is not difficult to learn anymore. First, learn by heart all the formula. Second, solving the problem. Third, ask questions why needed. And yes, on the research, according to a research, there's only 26% of 12th graders in the United States that feel effectively for mathematics. So try to put yourself out there and be one of those 26%. Thank you for listening.